Oh, my goodness. All right, stop. Stop. I'll never leave. This will be a 2-hour show. My first guest graduated from the Harvard Business School, swam with the corporate sharks, and wore business suits every single day. Lucky for us, he ditched those suits and forged a career doing what he once did behind teachers' backs. Oh, I'm sure he didn't get in any trouble for that at all. He's now an Emmy Award-winning actor, writer, and comedian, and pretty sure he's the best known as Garrison Keillor sound effects guru. You can hear him every Saturday on Prairie Home Companion, and on Sunday mornings too. I make it on Sunday mornings. Sometimes I listen twice. Please welcome Fred Newman.
Thank you. Thank you.
How am I going to do this show? Really?
Okay,
I'm so glad you're here. Why are you in Alaska, first of all?
For the theater, for Cyrano's.
Right.
The 20th anniversary, I'm so happy to be here.
It's wonderful.
No, that's a great institution. And 20 years, a theater surviving for 20 years is right there. But a theater like Cyrano's, it does this whole range and so community involved. It's fantastic.
It
and
is.
Sandy Harper is a force of nature, too. She's a tectonic plate all to herself. You know, she's amazing. So,
Do I make the sound for that?
Oh, yes. Although, I should really work on an impression of Sandy Harper. That would be good.
That would be
Hello,
something.
Frederick. How are you? It's good to see you. No, she's so gracious, too. So,
Yeah.
I met her when Prairie Home, we did our show here.
Mm-hmm.
The show that we still say was the best audience we ever had. No joke. I'm not being pandering. I'm not pandering. That I describe it to someone else that it's like when you're up there with Prairie Home, we're throwing lures out there and seeing what people will strike at and
Right.
laugh at. You guys, you struck at everything, and
See?
even when they were pretty lousy lures, you gave us credit for trying. So thank you. Yeah, that's
Well,
great.
you know, we're known for our fishing.
Oh yeah, this is true.
You know.
Well, and your weirdness. That's why I'm here. This is the weird state,
You
and I
know-
love that.
If we could just have a weird pipeline, our dividend checks.
Oh heck
would
yeah!
really be-
Send the weirdness to the lower 48.
Oh yeah, because they're fresh out. We've noticed.
Well, there's
we
a different
did
kind,
send
there's a-
weirdness down. Where it was like, here.
Oh, you did. Oh
Palin.
yeah, right. You did send weirdness down. That was anti-weird actually.
That was
you sent.
terrifying,
That was
wasn't it?
terrifying. Yeah.
You guys
No,
didn't
for
know
me,
that what was
no.
coming, did you?
No, we did not know it was coming. No, heck no. Oh no, we didn't know that.
What is it? You know what is weird about? You know, I know you do all these impressions. The thing about her was I'd never heard that voice before. Like I had interviewed her and never heard that accent. It was like she had had too many of those green bean casserole hot dish things from.
Oh heck yeah, okay, yeah. No, it's a little Minnesota, but then it went into cartoon land for us. You know, it was more
You're so
exaggerated. Oh, am I being cruel? Am I being ugly?
No, you're being kind by saying it went to
okay.
cartoon
okay,
world.
Okay, it was really interesting in that way. I mean, interesting. In I'm not sure a good or bad way, but it was fascinating for us, and the likes of which we have never seen before down there.
Right.
But the weirdness is, if you grow up going like I did, I was such an odd child that when I come here and people go, yeah, that's cool, that's so great, you know, that I mean, oh god.
Okay, so
My people, you know, I just feel really at home here. So, I met Sandy backstage, and she was telling me about Cyrano. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if you ever want somebody to come up here, because that sounds like something I would love to, if I could be of help. And she asked me up, and heck yeah. So I struck that lure in a second. You know, boom on it. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and congratulations to Cyrano's for 20 years, and congratulations to Anchorage for having, you know, people brave enough to bring those kind of arts and to really step out and take chances that, you know, they don't always do even in bigger cities.
And
I
you know
think
what
they're
that
fantastic.
is? It's community hygiene. It makes people talk about the stuff that you don't necessarily talk about. It pokes the community, and everyone talks, and it gathers people and artists together. It coalesces a whole. How great is that?
Yeah.
You know, it's just healthy for everybody.
Can I just absolutely. Can I just go back to something?
Okay.
Because this question came to me, and I probably shouldn't ask it, and producers might even edit it. But when you did this,
Yeah.
I just thought, do you do sound effects on your dates? Have you ever, and how did that go?
Well, my wife put a quietus on that real quick. No, I did. It's not. I have to say the sound effects and honking and you do a couple of Led Zeppelin impression stuff. It's not a babe magnet. It's you attract
No, I was
kind of
just thinking-
homeless people, but not
right.
not
Like I was
people
just
you want to
wondering,
date.
like how long
No.
did that work?
No, it's an odd and dark art, that can get out of control real quick.
Have you
Yeah.
ever gotten out of control?
Yeah, actually, I have. I think, in fact, let me do that now because I'm going to see if you're going to edit it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was an actual thing I did on a television show. I just released a book, this book, Mouth Sounds, that I did 100 years ago. Left Newsweek and out that sort of Mitt Romney-esque life that I could have aspired to. And
Did you
I
put
went,
a dog on top of your car? Seamus, the dog?
Yeah, I strapped that, on the front bumper.
By the way,
Yeah. The second show I went on was a kid show, new show on Nickelodeon, and I didn't know better. But you don't fly off a set. That's not what you do in television. This was the second television show I did. The first, David Letterman. This was the second, and I'd left Newsweek, and so I did my impression of a housefly, which I'll do now. And I'm looking around for a place to do this on. Okay, let's see if I can go.
do you have a mic?
No, I don't need a mic.
Okay.
I just need a wall. Okay, here we go. Okay, look. So I just stood up on the show, and
Okay.
So what I did is I went and landed on the wall. The cameras went off the set and sort of followed me back to where they were. And after the show, they fired the host and they asked me if I wanted to host the show. That same fly, I was at Harvard Business School. Professor called on me. I wasn't prepared, and I stood up and went and stuck on the back wall of the classroom.
Did you get an A?
Well, normally you fail, completely fail if you can't present the case. And I went after class, peeled myself off the wall, went down to Professor Hayes. I said, I'm out of breath from that fly. It's a lot of... and I said, Professor, I'm sorry. I wish there's something I could do to make that up. He said, that was a very creative solution. And I passed the course. So twice that fly, by doing really the wrong thing, it works. So some of the sound stuff works.
So you're encouraging kids at home to sort of go with that?
Yeah, go with that. If that's their nest, if that's their weirdness, go for it. But you don't. It's not an authoritation. A thumb against authority. I think it's most teachers are onto it anyway. They'll use it like, give me a drum roll, please, and I'm going to pass out papers now, and I would do that. They would, I wasn't a bad kid.
Right.
I was
You were just
enhancing
having
the
fun.
class. Exactly, and helping the class. I really didn't do it for. I didn't do it for attention, really. I just thought it was cool.
Okay, so we just have another minute.
I know. I just
Minute or two.
completely ruined your segment.
No,
there.
you didn't.
I'm
But
sorry.
I wanted to see if you could maybe do. I was going to tell Alaska's story, but I would have had to come up with that too. So,
You have a story? Do that.
well, no,
I'll
because
follow
but I
you.
would like to have some. Are you? You're okay with that?
Yeah. Do it because you're going to
But
cut
I-
out that fly segment. So
But I don't know how many. I don't know how many sounds that you know. Will you just make it up?
I'll make it up.
All right.
And if what I don't know, then you'll fill in for me. There you
All
go.
right.
Yeah. No, I'm
I had an
happy to
uncle
try.
that could make
I need-
sounds on
you
his
see, can I
armpit
get
when
some
I was a
water?
kid, but it
Some
wasn't
water?
quite
a little
the
water
same.
Would be great. Oh, here.
Why don't we run to a quick break? Can we come back and do another segment? Yeah, and with an Alaska story, because I got to come up with it on the break. I know. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to More Up North. We've been able to hold Mr. Fred Newman over for a couple more minutes, and so you're the professional. Should we just try it?
Yeah. What? Go. I'm
All
there.
right. So I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this story when I was a kid, and when I was very young, I was living on the beach, and I was walking with my dad, and we were walking down to the point, Harriet Point, and it was a pretty nice day, not too windy or anything, but I was like, what is that sound? What is that sound I keep hearing? And it just sounded, I don't know, it was very strange. And suddenly we see a helicopter come around the edge of the point. And here comes the Coast Guard, right? Well, we weren't expecting the Coast Guard, but neither were the bears either. And there were a couple of bears that were sitting on top of a dead beluga, rolling in it. There's nothing like a dead beluga. God. And so here they come. They're afraid of the helicopter that's just going over. And I'm like, water's deep. I'm not getting in it. But I ran into it. I did. I was like, let's get down here. And so we went down and we went around the point, and there was the same old walrus. Yes, we used to have walrus. And that thing, 2,500 pounds of hottie, let me tell you. He was just old, broken tusk. And the smell. Yeah, walruses smell. They cough, they fart, they do all kinds of things you don't want to know walrus does. It's true. So we figured, well, Chopper's gone, walrus is doing fine, the bears are, they're back wallering in the beluga. So Papa and I decide we start walking back to the cabin where Mom was at, and I see this thing floating in the surf, banging around. I said, what do you think that is? It's red, and it's shiny, and I like red and shiny. I'm 8. Pop said, I don't know.
Hi, it's me, Sarah. No, sorry, no.
And Pop says, well, it's a big red board, and it was. It was about 12 by 2 by 6 feet long, and it was red, and it was shiny, and the whole way back, I drug that thing across every single rock on that beach, probably half a mile. And I was making plans. I was making all kinds of plans what I was going to do with that red board. And we got back to the cabin, and Poppy says, Shannyn, I need your red board. It's important. And I'm pretty sure I cried. And I was like, well, 8 years, not 8 months. But so I said, okay, Pop, you can have my red board. You can have my red board. All right. And so I went to help Mom, and I was just helping her wash up some pots and pans, and the next thing I hear is a chainsaw. And I thought, for the love of God, he's got my red board. What's he gonna do with my red board? And then I start hearing hammering and carrying on and all this racket, and I'm just sick at heart. So pretty soon I walk out by the creek, and I'm just looking out and I thought, well, we'll see what he did in my board. It's probably all splinters. Mom says it's dinner time, rings a bell, and dinner time. And I walk in the cabin, and sitting there is a bench made out of a red board. And my Pop said, I thought you needed a place to sit down. And that was my red board bench. Best bench of my life.
Thank you, Daddy. Well done. Well done.
We'll be back with our panel.
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Glad to.